Chapter 31 The Double Interception on the Way Home. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Actually, the elders of the clan hope to help each other with the Xiuyu clan. But girl Mito, I can see that your heart is no longer here. It's also fortunate that you chose Uchiha Xiuyu. Although the Uchiha clan is not a good match, it is one of the two strongest blood succession families in this land after all. Today's contest between Uchiha Xiuyu and Senjubai see it. Uchiha Xiuyu is really talented, and he is astonished as a heavenly man with one hand of earth escape ninjutsu, not to mention that this kid doesn't even show the traditional fire escape and sharing eyes of the Uchiha clan. He is no less excellent than Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara. The future growth is also very optimistic. But Mito, I want to remind you that no matter how amazing a genius is, he can't dominate this era. We Uzumaki clan can't, Senju Buddha can't, and Uchiha Taijima can't either. The boy you like may die tomorrow on the war zone. Xiao Mito, are you really ready? Clan Elder, I don't know if I'm ready, but the person I have identified, the goal I have identified, even if the future is unpredictable, I will try it. Mito looked at the clan boss and expressed his heart openly. Idea. That's good, that's good. The elder patted Mito's head, since the clan elder is sure that you are not impulsive, and you have already determined your goal, let's go ahead and do it. Don't run around every day in the future, and practice the sealing technique in the clan, otherwise how will you help your future husband-in-law? You don't want to contact Xiuyu, I will arrange someone to come to him to apologize. Yes. After all, this time lost face for Xiuyu. Besides, there are quite a few marriageable women in the clan, so the alliance with Xiuyu can continue. Yes, clan elders, I listen to you. Mito blushed slightly again when he heard the clan elders say husband-in-law. At dawn the next day, the two teams also began to organize the camp, preparing to rush back today. Early in the morning, Uzumaki Mito called out Xiuyu in the name of farewell. The two watched the sunrise from a high place, brewing their hearts for the upcoming parting. Mito, I have to go. After all, it's not suitable for me to stay for too long now. Xiuyu knew that he still had a lot of things to deal with, not to mention that he was still an outsider after all, and he couldn't stay in Uzumaki village justifiably. I have a long way to go, and there is no way to stop for a long time. I know, so I also came to say goodbye to you. But you must remember to come to me when you are free. And the snacks are delicious. Mito responded softly. Also, this is the basic knowledge of the sealing technique. You can study it when you have time. If you don't have the talent in this area, you don't need to force it. I am also a genius, the sealing technique genius of the Uzumaki family. But remember not to leak it out. Even Uchiha clansmen are not allowed. Xiuyu was stunned. Mito was so courageous, he secretly gave him the sealing technique, even though it was just some basics. Don't worry, I'll remember. I won't refuse you. And it will never be leaked, I promise. Be careful on the road. Mito looked at Xiuyu's back with reluctance, watching him turn his back to him, waving his arm of farewell. The two teams with deep hatred and great hatred rushed to their respective clans together. This time it was Uchiha Xiuyu who came to propose marriage. Uchiha suppressed his hatred and did not attack the Senju clan, not to mention that Xiuyu won so much beauty that Uchiha's face was greatly improved, and he had to take care of Xiuyu's feelings. However, the Xiuyu clan was suppressed by Zhu Jian and Fei Jian, and there was no direct conflict. The two teams marched in such a strange way. There is an ambush. Xiuyu and Feijian shouted at the same time. Immediately, the teams on both sides exploded, wondering if the other side had set up an ambush. For a while, swords were tense. Madara, it's not the Senju clan. There are more than one ninjas 100 km away, most likely Kaguya clan. Xiuyu detected the ambush by himself through the magical power of the soil. The Uchihas didn't know that Xiuyu still had the ability to perceive, and for a while they didn't know whether to turn kunai to Senju who was on the side or listen to Xiuyu. Trust Xiuyu, everyone get ready. Madara spoke directly. Brother, I also sensed it, get ready, and be careful of Uchiha, in case it is an ambush by the rest of Uchiha's clan. The distance of 1 kilometer is a blink of an eye for a ninja. Seeing a group of Kaguya waiting carelessly for him, both sides were speechless immediately. Only Xiuyu and the group of idiots would wait so carelessly, without knowing how to ambush them. Both Uchiha and Senju feel that their IQs have been insulted. Only Xiuyu knew that this group of arrears in IQ was finally exterminated by Mizukage because of mental retardation. The whole clan took the initiative to provoke Mizukage, but Mizukage was still controlled by Obito. The last member of the tribe, Kaguya Kuinmaru, was also brainwashed to death by Orochimaru. I was worried that these reckless men would be hard to find, but I didn't expect them to be sent to my door, just to kill them. Ban started to attack without saying a word. Hua-dun, Hua-Hua-Quen, Kaguya's 10 bone-piercing bullets shot from the opposite side like rain. With a wave of Xiuyu's hand, a rock wall lay directly in front of the team, and by the way, he helped the Qianshou clan also block the bone bullet, and sold the Qianshou clan and Zhujian a handy face. Feijian could see that Xiuyu was deliberately showing his favor to the Thousand Hands clan, and it seemed that when he went back, his elder brother would carefully check his details. Xiuyu didn't stop, and with a wave of his hand, the soil thorns galloped towards Huiye's family like an arrow. Bone Meridian Tang Song's Dance. All the masters of the Hui clan used the bone defense built by Tang Song's dance to block Xiuyu's soil spikes in the front row, striving to fight in close combat as soon as possible. Soon Huiye's people fought in close combat. Look at Xiuyu, how do you use a sword? Madara took out his saber and fought it against one of Kaguya's leaders. The light of the sword and the shadow of the sword are fighting for the front. Uchiha shouldn't have weaknesses. Stabbing, chopping, cutting. Uchiha Madara was teaching on the spot while fighting. A heavy chop suppressed Kaguya, and his left hand formed a seal of fire escape, dust hidden. Then there was a detonating talisman attached to the chest, and he retreated instantly. With the sound of an explosion, Kaguya howled. The smoke and dust dispersed, and this Kaguya had been burned to a half-coke by the hot dust. Don't stick to a certain shield or ninjutsu. We ninjas are born to use the means of killing to our heart's content. Madara grabbed a new Kaguya clansman who rushed over. Do you want to dance too? Without piercing the chest, the corpse was thrown away. While fighting, Xiuyu watched Madara dancing gracefully on the battlefield like a butterfly. As expected of Madara, killing has been turned into an art. Chapter 32 The Defeated Kaguya. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Uchiha, fire escape, Hua destroyed. Fire escape, extinguishing fire. Fire escape, dancing in the storm. Fire escape, the art of dragon flames singing songs. Qian Shou, water dungeon, the art of water dragon bullet. Earth dungeon, earth flowing great river. Earth dungeon, Huangquan swamp. Earth dungeon, earth dragon spear. Xiuyu saw that the battlefield was in a frantic confrontation, so he also turned into a magic fortress, showing off the evasion techniques he had learned one by one, starting from the fire escape, fire escapes, water escapes, and earth escapes. Huiye's men and horses had already been beaten to the ground. It wasn't that the Huiyi family was out of their minds, but other blood successor families had already organized a retreat. There is no 205 like the Kaguya clan, who even find fault with Senju and Uchiha, the two strongest blood successor families. It can only be said that the Huiyi clan really wanted to be hammered, and they died not wronged. The war lasted for about an hour before it came to an end. The Huiyi clan was already dead and wounded. Uchiha and Senju also checked carefully, and if they were still breathing, they made up the knife. It has to be said that last time the Kaguya clan's sneak attack disgusted the Qianshou clan, so this time they directly killed them. Not all the members of the Hui clan were killed or injured. After all, the leader of the Hui clan, Hui Banxiao, was not even seen in this attack, but seeing Madara's resentful expression, he knew that sooner or later Madara would trouble Kaguya again. At the end of the battle, Senju and Uchiha parted ways again in an environment of mutual precaution and vigilance. Mara, I have something to do. I will leave Uchiha for a while. Don't worry, I am strong enough to protect myself. Xiuyu did not lie to Madara. After all, Madara really regarded himself as his own brother. The same treatment as Quan Nai. Madara didn't ask any more questions, but just warned, I understand, don't waste the training of the ninja and lose the vigilance of the ninja. Also, help me take care of Yuri. Xiuyu nodded and left the large group. Brother, do you know where Xiuyu goes every time he disappears for a while? Quan Nai couldn't help asking. I don't know. In fact, the meeting at the beginning was a very accidental opportunity. Xiuyu will disappear after a while, and I haven't asked anything. After all, he has never lied to me. Now he is also one of our Uchihas. Party member, and even our younger brother. So no matter what he does, I will not ask. After listening to Uchiha's words, Quan Nai also expressed her understanding. The world thinks that the Uchiha clan is arrogant, withdrawn, and arrogant and ruthless. As everyone knows, Uchiha also has the most sincere feelings and bonds. So Uchiha is more likely to go to extremes when he is facing despair. The real world, Yangcheng, after Xiuyu returned to the present world, he opened the system panel in his own home system. Character Xiuyu, all kinds of races, Daitongmu bloodline, LV1. Fairy body, LV3, Sharingan 3 hook jade, height 181 cm, chakra 57 cards, plus, continuously increasing, ninjutsu fire escape, great fireball jutsu, fire escape, fire dragon flame bullet, fire escape, great dragon fire art, fire escape. The art of singing dragon flames, fire escape. Phoenix fairy fire art. Escape. Impatience flower. Red. Escape. How? Extinguish. Water dungeon water dragon bomb, water dungeon waterfall art, water dungeon big explosion water shock wave, water dungeon water array pillar, Tuduan, Tuliu Day, Tuduan Huangquanma, Tuduan Yansabang, Tuduan barrier, Dunlong Tangwo, Tuduan Tulu return, Tuduan earth dragon bullet, Tuduan Tulong gun, Tuduan Tuliu cut, Tuduan Tuliu city wall, Tuduan Tulong spear, earth dungeon iron prison, earth dungeon earth flow wall, earth dungeon Wanli earth flow wall. Earth controlling art avatar earth controlling magic skill bless earth escape ninjutsu, no seal, haste, strengthening, plus, wind escape gale palm, wind escape wind cut art, wind escape vacuum wave, thunder tunnel earth walk. Basic introduction to sealing technique LV0. Xiuyu stared at his own system panel, unknowingly learned so many ninjutsu. Except for Lei Dun's very hip stretching, all other ninjutsu have more or less achieved quite good results. Moreover, Xiuyu had a strong premonition that the earth escape ninjutsu must be the first to undergo a qualitative change under the blessing of the mastery of the art of controlling the earth. After all, strictly speaking, what I use now is not earth escape, but earth magic. The so-called supernatural powers are the natural great power and great terror between gestures, and it is no longer a simple ordinary ninjutsu that needs to be sealed. On the other hand, the way to strengthen yourself is to make up for the shortcomings of Lei Dun, learn the sealing technique to the basic level, and then go to your own Mido to learn the advanced version later. I looked at the phone on my desk and it was out of battery. It was normal for me to be out of battery for so many days. Xiuyu charged the phone and turned it on. As soon as it was turned on, it vibrated continuously, and the phone was swiped by a large number of text messages. Clicking on it, it turned out that something big had happened. A stable spacetime wormhole has appeared in Dongjun City next to Yangcheng. Recently, a large number of supernatural beings have appeared in Yangcheng and Dongjun City, and even many supernatural beings from abroad have flocked here. The special intelligence bureaus on both sides have organized a large number of people to maintain order. Although the situation is generally well controlled, occasional conflicts cannot be avoided. As a result, the special intelligence bureaus in the two places have run out of skills recently. The text messages were basically Lei Jiangang asking him if it was convenient for him to help preside over the work of the special situation team recently, to scare the chickens and monkeys, and deter the restless forces. Obviously it's not too late now. After contacting his parents to confirm their well-being, Xiuyu immediately rushed to the Special Intelligence Bureau. Captain! You are finally here. Yeah, Captain, we are being bullied terribly without you here. The team members below were chattering one by one, and one of Lei Gang's arms was still wrapped with a thick gauze. Quiet. Xiuyu exuded a bloodthirsty aura, and the bloody smell of killing the Hui clan still lingered on his body. The team immediately fell silent. That as Xiuyu asked Li Yunrui directly, "Tell me what's going on." "Captain, you are not here recently, because a stable spacetime wormhole has appeared in Dongjun City, so a large number of supernatural beings have poured in, and a few thorns have caused troubles, and we have suffered." Li Yunrui briefly introduced the situation. "The Secret Service and the government didn't intervene?" Xiuyu asked back. "It's not that the Secret Service and the government don't want to intervene. The main reason is that they also have a sense of proportion. First, they don't disturb the people. Second, they are not involved in criminal cases. Third, they are foreigners or from various countries in the world. It takes half a month to find each other in their own country." Li Yunrui explained why the official forces did not directly arrest these thorns. "Okay, I probably understand what you mean. I want you to practice more and fight more. Are you ashamed of being bullied now?" "Captain. It's not that they are strong. The main reason is that the entire Blue Star has poured in a large wave of supernatural beings. There are too many of them. We are just a few of us. 2 fists are no match for 4. Li Yunrui also felt aggrieved. Many supernatural beings don't have much strength at all, and there are only a few people in their own team, so of course they can't stop so many thorns. "Captain, will you give us a head?" Li Yunrui had a pleading expression on his face. "Well, since I'm back, the order must be in accordance with the rules, but if something goes wrong, it will be cleaned up. This is the job of our special service team. It's not for you to stand out." "Understood, Captain, let's go now." Li Yunrui asked excitedly. Under the Zhangzhang and Lei Gang, they also looked at themselves expectantly. "Go now." Chapter 33 Chenghui 8, Outdated and Not Waiting. You are listening at novelfull.audio. "Oh, Li Yunrui. That's his name, ha. Are you healed?" A short man with freckles greeted Li Yunrui with a look of embarrassment. "This time I'm going to be lighter, ha. Do you want to compete?" "If it weren't for the shamelessness of you guys fighting together, I would have lost so badly." Li Yunrui retorted unconvinced. In addition to the freckled one, there was a fat man on the opposite side, and there were a few normal faces, and the freckled face whistled, and then a group of foreigners rushed over. "Harry, what's the matter? Have fun." Ha. That the team gritted their teeth angrily looking at this group of roguelike foreign supernatural beings. That it was originally a group of low-level supernatural beings, who got carried away with the fact that they didn't do anything wrong. That it's also these foreigners who are smart, and the Special Intelligence Bureau has already brought guns out if they really committed a crime. After all, low-level supernatural beings can't handle modern firearms at all. "Oh, Li Yunrui is this group of bastards?" It's not that Xiuyu looked down on them, whether it's their combat quality or using Yutu's perception to detect them, they are all a bunch of rookies. The leader with a freckled face is a big Qin Tong, who actually understood Xiuyu's little bastard and directly scolded Fu*Q. Xiuyu frowned, waved his hand, and dozens of rock pillars stretched out from the green belt beside him, entangled all the rogues in front of him and dragged them back to the lawn. "Damn, what kind of power is this? Harry, you didn't say that there are high-level powers." "Damn it, Trish, you are a body with powers, break free and save us." "I tried and couldn't break free at all." "Open. The weather is fine today, let's bask in the sun by the side of the road." Xiuyu led the team. Let's go to the next stop. When we come out." There was a burst of cursing. Yen Zhu wrapped everyone up tightly and wrapped them into tight zomzi. Only the heads were exposed. Even letting the group of rascals yell at them was useless. Even the rock pillar transformed into a whole sarcophagus that firmly imprisoned dozens of people in place. "Captain, is it all right? Nothing will happen, right?" Lei Gang asked Xiuyu in a low voice. "It's okay, I can't die, let them find someone to save themselves." Xiuyu didn't take these people to heart, just pearls of rice grains. it didn't take long for this group of people to have the cheek to ask the nearby onlookers to call the police for them. As a result, the Special Intelligence Bureau came and was quite surprised to see this situation. After all, this exaggerated ability is almost the same as the fantasy scene in the film and television drama, when the person in charge of the scene asked whether it was the special mobile team under the Secret Service. He didn't even bother to pay attention to these rascals. Damn it! You Dachin are so barbaric. I want to expose you. Harry blames you. If you don't know the details, you drag us into the water. A fat man shouted there. The few people were not good birds, and immediately started scolding each other. Our Secret Service is in charge of dealing with major cases. Your situation is not life-threatening, and it's not within our scope. Liang Jin pushed his glasses on the bridge of his nose, thinking that you troublemakers will be kicked to the iron this time. The boss should be laughing out loud here. And it's a pity that you are trapped by this kind of hard rock, and we have no means to rescue you. Our Special Intelligence Agency is good at suppressing firepower, storming and blasting. We can't use rocket launchers or detonators to do blasting for you, right? As the person in charge of this attendance, Liang Jin felt very refreshed this time. Don't worry, I have already contacted our Yangqing Precision Machinery people to deal with it. They have professional instruments to deal with this problem. Of course, you will pay for it yourself. I still have things to do. Goodbye, foreign friends. After Liang Jin finished speaking, he took the other team members on duty and left, leaving the group of foreigners chattering different swear words. After a while, people from Yangqing Precision Machinery came. Although they had been notified by the Special Intelligence Bureau in advance, they couldn't help laughing seeing dozens of people trapped in the sarcophagus. First, estimate the hardness of the rock. We have mobilized more than a dozen cutting machines, and we will cut them for you right away, but this rock is very hard, so it will take some work. Damn it, I don't want to stay here for a minute. Can't you hurry up? No one wants to be trapped here, especially when there are more and more people around. Unless it is cut with a high-pressure water jet, but I think you will cut it together. The person from Yangqing Precision Machinery shrugged. In addition, each person needs to pay 8,000 Qin coins for labor. Damn it, why don't you grab it? It's so expensive. You're extorting. Whatever you think. You can also wait slowly. Our Yangqing Precision Machinery is a formal unit, and we will not buy or sell by force. But I want to remind you that the rush hour will be after get off work in 3 hours, and the crowds will be special when the time comes. More. And if you need to pay overtime pay after working hours, the cost will be higher. Damn. Shit. Get me out right now. I can't pay. I don't want to stay in there for a quarter of an hour. Several people immediately began to erect equipment and began to cut rock. After the first batch of people successfully escaped from the trap, it was already off-duty time. There were a huge crowd of onlookers, all of whom came to watch after hearing that there were supernatural beings fighting here. It turns out that this is the ability of supernatural beings. It's so powerful. It can control rocks, just like making a movie. Who says it's not? I'm so envious. It's invisibility. Invisibility is useful, if you can hit it. You don't understand that, invisibility is every man's romance. Although I think you are talking nonsense, but I always feel that you are driving. The chaotic crowd gathered together like watching a monkey. Still, those who did not get out of trouble were embarrassed. There are even those who have already escaped and want to disperse the crowd violently. Hey Kongbada, I advise you not to do anything, especially to ordinary people. Otherwise, what you do is not such a kind warning, and you may die. A bearded Hispanic reminded. They dare. That the bearded man shook his head and said with a smile, I have lived in this land for more than 10 years. This is my life experience. At the beginning, there were some acquaintances of mine who wanted to be presumptuous in this land, and they all ended badly without exception. You think for yourself, and that's all. The bearded man didn't say much anymore. After all, some people like to court death. and they can't be stopped. That I was unlucky to pass by today and was involved. Otherwise, he who has lived honestly for more than 10 years would not have suffered this crime. Of course, he didn't explain anything to the young strong man. Such a strong man didn't bother to use small means to target himself. Honestly, it would be nice to let someone beat you up. Why bother with yourself? This is my decades of wisdom in life. It is a pity that today's young people don't understand my painstaking efforts. By the way, that strong man is really terrifying. These young people don't understand, but I watched from beginning to end. This ability is too powerful. It is several levels stronger than the common F-level ability today. I don't know if there is a chance to hug his thigh. Chapter 34. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It was not until 9 p.m. that everyone was rescued. In the end, everyone paid 8,000 Qin yuan on the spot before leaving smoothly. In the evening, Yangqing TV station also made a big report. Today, a case of superpowers occurred near the central street of Yangqing. Suspected foreign superpowers provoked troubles on the streets of Yangqing, and were subdued by superpowers from our city's Special Intelligence Bureau. Our station will continue to follow up. Please pay attention to follow-up reports. Over the past few years, incidents of superpowers have appeared in the media from time to time, and later TV stations even reported on them. In the beginning, it was treated as gossip, but now the official TV station will not hide it, and everyone watches it with gusto. Especially in this superpower incident, there are dozens of unlucky people, and there are many videos of people taking selfies on the internet. Yangqing's local TV station even has a special high-definition report. The expressions of those dozens of unlucky ones can be seen clearly. Is this our Esper? It's really too strong. He beat up so many troublemakers with just a few gestures. I love it. See if these foreign devils dare to be arrogant in Yangqing in the future. Ordinary people are full of simple patriotic feelings, and they are very happy to see these restless foreigners deflated. At the same time, the team led by Xiuyu swept through every corner of Yangqing. No matter which country the troublemakers were, they were all imprisoned in the same stone coffin in a conspicuous place, and then contacted the Secret Service to follow up and deal with it. All of a sudden, the alien supernatural beings in the entire Yangqing and the neighboring Dongjun city were in a state of panic. Even the local supernatural beings in Daqin behaved honestly with their tails tucked between their legs, making everyone think that the higher-ups were going to punish the entire supernatural beings and related organizations. It was later discovered that it was only done by the Yangqing Secret Service's own team, and because of Xiuyu's strength, all the supernatural beings in Yangqing have completely understood who is the boss of this land. Captain, you are really too strong. No one can resist in your hands. How on earth did you practice the supernatural ability? Do you have any secrets? Li Yinrui and his team followed Xiuyu today, which opened their eyes that no matter who it is, they are not Xiuyu's all-in-one enemy. There was no one in the team who did not admire Xiuyu. Well, in fact, I seldom practice. Basically, it mainly depends on talent, cheats. It also depends on appearance. Xiuyu replied solemnly. Captain is going too far. It's fine if you don't teach us, but you still talk to us in Versailles, does anyone say? To be serious, it's not that I don't want to teach you, but I can't teach you. I can't pass on my ability to you. Xiuyu didn't lie. Ninjas and ordinary people just look like a species, and there is a high probability that there is no reproductive isolation, but ninjas are not essentially the same species as ordinary people. There are 40 to 60 trillion cells in the body of an ordinary human being, and 130 trillion cells in a ninja, essentially not a species. Legend has it that chakra was brought by Kaguya Otsutsuki, the ancestor of the ninja, and it is not unique to the aborigines, so there is no doubt that there is no need to try. Ordinary people cannot extract chakra. Without chakra as the foundation, all ninjutsu will become castles in the air, and even become fantasy. Xiuyu knew that he had awakened Otsutsuki's bloodline due to systematic reasons, and obtained the power of everything in order to become a ninja smoothly. Even if they generously taught the chakra refining technique, they would not be able to learn it, unless they also have the opportunity to go to Naruto World. They may become ninjas under the influence of Naruto World's environment for a long time. Unfortunately, you are missing some opportunities, but don't be discouraged. The time-space wormhole in Dongjun City is your opportunity now. Behind the new time-space wormhole are infinite and unknown. Get ready, there are still a few days before the appointment. This is a chance to explore the space-time wormhole. Xiuyu comforted the members of the next team. In fact, everyone also vaguely knew that Xiuyu's ability was too powerful, and it was different from everyone's. It was very likely that he got the opportunity to explore the space-time wormhole. Xiuyu didn't care about the series of consequences caused by his thunderous actions in Yangqing public opinion circles and supernatural power circles, bid farewell to the team members and went to Yangqing Lieutenant Colonel Hospital. That's right, Xiuyu came to visit Uchiha Hari. According to the nurse's instructions, Xiuyu found Uchiha Hari who had woken up. Hi Zhili. I'm Xiuyu, you can also teach me Uchiha Xiuyu. Xiuyu looked at Zhili who was silent and said, I heard from the nurse that after waking up, Yuri Uchiha needed to be recuperated because of his serious injury, but even when Zhili woke up, he never said a word, no matter who it was. Zhili didn't open his mouth, not even a single expression. Medical staff once wondered whether Zhili had suffered brain trauma. Prove it to me. Zhili said indifferently. Prove that you are worthy of the surname Uchiha. Instead of making me suspect that you just said such a word by hearsay. Zhili replied lightly. Xiuyu opened Sharingan, how is it? That's alright. Seeing Xiuyu's Chenghui Sharingan, Zhili burst into tears. I finally saw a clansman. I was so scared. When I woke up, they were all strangers I didn't know, and they were all strange ordinary people. The people, objects here, it is basically different from the world I am familiar with. I am so scared, I am afraid that I will never find my family, clan members, and everything I am familiar with. Can I teach you Xiuyu directly? I have been waiting for many days. I finally saw my clansmen. Seeing Zhili's face full of tears, Xiuyu felt apologetic in his heart that I didn't pay attention to the time, and scared a child half to death in a different world. I'm sorry, Zhili, it was my mistake that I didn't pick you up from the hospital in time. You should still remember that you were attacked by the Kaguya clan and the Blood Pond clan on the battlefield, and then you were seriously injured and on the verge of death. Ah. I saved you when you were dying and in a coma. You have never seen me, so you don't know me. The reasons are very complicated, and I can't explain it for a while. But now I am here, and I will take over. You go. Please trust me. Xiuyu briefly introduced the cause and effect. It's best to take Yuri away now, she doesn't belong in this world after all. Let's go. Although I am very grateful to these doctors for saving my life, I also want to leave here. I believe in you, brother Xiuyu. Chapter 35 The Arrival of Zhili. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Xiuyu settled the relevant treatment expenses with the hospital, he brought Zhili back home. Zhili, this is my home. For the time being, you will stay here with me. Let's talk about other things after you fully recover. Okay. Governance didn't retort. After all, Xiuyu is the one closest to him now. My parents are ordinary people. Well, don't be surprised. It's best not to show ninjutsu in front of them. Xiuyu wanted to make his parents' life easier, instead of being as busy as himself. Although Zhili didn't understand why Xiuyu's parents were ordinary people, nor why he couldn't demonstrate ninjutsu, Xiuyu was his lifesaver and the person he was closest to now. So I agreed to this little thing without even thinking about it. Zhili, you should have found out, this is not the world of ninjas, not the war-torn world you are familiar with. Xiuyu knew that Zhili should have discovered it a long time ago. Well, yes, I felt something was wrong at the beginning, and then I suspected that it was not my original ninja world. After all, many gaps are too big, and the people here are very weak, but the puppet art or technological power is very developed. It is also relatively peaceful and stable. Zhili thinks that this world is actually a very interesting and stable world except that there are no ninjas. Probably you can also guess that I can go back and forth between time and space, so can you keep this secret for me? This is our secret. After speaking, Xiuyu stretched out his little finger. Take a tick, this is our mutual secret gone. Zhili burst out laughing. Xiuyu, I'm not a 3-year-old child, how did you remember the pole hook? He said childishly, but still stretched out his little finger. Okay, now let me introduce some of Uchiha's situation after you were injured. After you were injured and dying and I took you away, Uchiha and Senju temporarily deal with the Kaguya and Blood Pond clans who were attacking Kaguya and Blood Pond. Blood Pond the family has been exterminated in a later battle. Madara insists on hunting down the Blood Pool family to avenge you. Later, there was a battle with Kaguya's clan, and more than 100 people of Kaguya were eliminated. Now Kaguya should not have many clansmen. Of course, Kaguya's patriarch, Kaguya Banqiao, has not been seen for the time being. The general situation is like this. Zhili, is there anything on your side that I need to explain to you? No, now I know that the family is safe and sound. Now I'd better wait for my injury to heal completely before talking about other things. Zhili is a delicate person. Xiuyu obviously has a lot of secrets, but Xiuyu is his savior and a member of Uchiha, so there is no need for him to pry into his privacy. What's more, I can feel Xiuyu's kindness. Since this is the case, you can treat this place as your own home. Madara also regards me as a younger brother, so I am well taken care of. Xiuyu joked, it's okay for you to treat me as an older brother. Zhili looked at Xiuyu and called out to his brother in a low voice, but it was a pity that Xiuyu didn't hear it at all. I will go to explore a new spacetime wormhole in Zhili these days. If there is no accident, it may be another new world. So there is no way to take care of you. I have prepared a lot of materials, you remember to take care of them own. Because he was going to explore a new spacetime wormhole soon, Xiuyu said hello to Zhili first, so as to save Zhili from being nervous this time. Is this world so prone to spacetime wormholes? Zhili was surprised that this world, which obviously has no extraordinary power, is so prone to spacetime wormholes. Yes, there are all over the world, but most of them are not stable wormholes. This time we explored a rare and relatively stable wormhole. Xiuyu patted Zhili's head and said with a smile, wait for Zhili to recover. I can take you to explore, how about seeing other worlds? Okay, then it's settled. I will definitely catch up with the next exploration, and I feel that I am not far from being cured. Zhili enjoyed Xiuyu stroking his head like an older brother, although Madara also cares about herself, Brother Ban is really too rigid. Then it's settled, I'll go first. Xiuyu waved his hand at Zhili and set off for Dongjun City. Not long after, Xiuyu got off the train and arrived at the station in Dongjun City, although it might be faster to go on the road now with the instant body technique, but it is too ostentatious, and it would not be good if someone finds out, so I chose the train casually. The station is already full of people. Captain Su, we are here. Lei Gang waved to Xiuyu in the crowd. Here we come. Xiuyu relied on his physical strength to directly push away the crowded crowd around him. Some people turned around and glared at Xiuyu just as they felt they were pushed away, but when they saw Xiuyu's face, they immediately turned away with a smile. On a crowded road of more than 100 meters, such scenes keep happening. Xiuyu was still wondering, is the quality of people nowadays so good? When I push others away, those who look back at me are all smiling, something is wrong. Does Team Su think the quality of pedestrians at the station is good? Zhang asked Xiuyu with a smile. Xiuyu raised his eyebrows. Oh, do you know the reason? Yeah, I know. The person you taught last time has personal abilities such as shorthand and drawing. After seeing you once, he drew a 3D image of your face vividly, and sold it everywhere. One opened the price is 1,000 Qin yuan, not to mention that you sold a lot, so you made a lot of money. And the most important thing is that this wonderful person went to the Yangqing Tax Bureau to pay his personal income tax. Do you think this operation is a show? So now these people at the station are basically supernatural beings from various countries and places in Daqin. There is no one who doesn't know your face, and they don't dare to talk to you. Especially those from other countries, I'm afraid they will be caught by you and the space-time worm find an excuse in the hole and kill it. So seeing that you are squeezing, no one has the guts to fart. Xiuyu now understands why there are so many high-quality people. Shaking his head, he greeted everyone with a smile. Let's go. The time-space wormhole in Dongjun City is near a farm in the suburbs. The army of Daqin was stationed around. Everyone entered the wormhole in batches. Daqin's own country uses ID cards to enter, and foreign countries use passports, mainly to count the total number. After all, wormhole exploration is a narrow escape, and it is convenient to notify the next family when it dies. Those who dare to explore have long been mentally prepared, so there are all kinds of scenes, some with cold weapons, some with hot weapons. There are all kinds of strange people. Everyone, it is best not to carry obvious hot weapons. In case you are facing a civilized world and in public, you are basically waiting to be taken away by the local government. So bring the necessary items and don't cause trouble for yourself. Also remember the team's contact channel. If you get lost, you can contact each other. Xiuyu took the lead and walked into the wormhole after finishing his instructions. Captain, wait for me. Here we come. Chapter 36, Kana of the Parasitic Beast. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just after walking out of the time-space wormhole, the bright sun and the breeze blowing oncoming, from a distance, it is obviously a modern architectural style, and there are some low-rise village houses around. The general style is still the style of Sakura country. It seems that I have once again traveled to a different world, the Sakura country, but this time it's the modern world. Fortunately, Xiuyu had a lot of sealing scrolls, which sealed a lot of daily necessities. Modern clothing is certainly prepared. After waiting in place for 30 minutes, no one appeared from the position where he just appeared. It seems that the release of time-space wormholes during the traversal process is completely random. No one in the original world within a 10-kilometer radius of the Earth sensor has discovered it. That being the case, Xiuyu didn't bother with such a small problem. He directly used the transformation technique to change his appearance, and then hurried to the city to obtain relevant information. It didn't take long to reach the city. Xiuyu saw a maid cafe and walked in. Welcome. The two maids in low-cut maid outfits bowed respectfully. What kind of coffee does the master need? We still have many lovely young ladies here. This is the first time for Xiuyu to enter a maid cafe, and he didn't expect it to be so ordinary. That's right, the maids are not peerless beauties. After all, they are all working from ordinary families, and there are not so many beauties who are astonishing. Of course, Xiuyu didn't come to see beautiful women in the first place. 2 cups of latte. Come and chat with me for a while. Okay, master, wait for a moment, it will be ready soon. He saluted normally and then retreated. It didn't take long for 2 glasses of latte to be served on the table. Xiuyu deliberately found a relatively secluded corner. A young girl who didn't look like an adult in an inappropriate maid outfit served 2 lattes. Hi master, here are 2 glasses of latte you ordered. I am your exclusive maid Kana. The maid who looked like a high school girl spoke professionally and politely, but the expression was not respectful at all. Sitting directly opposite Xiuyu, propping his chin with both hands, staring straight at Xiuyu. Hey, handsome guy, are you from Tokyo? Shouldn't you be from Osaka? Handsome guy, you smell really good. What brand of perfume do you use? Kana sat down and asked a few questions in a row. Question, Xiuyu wondered for a moment if he had met the slut from the legendary Sakura Kingdom. After all, her own transformation technique is also a public face, and this maid asked so many questions as soon as she came up. Make myself wonder if I didn't notice that Wu Yanzu's face was used in the transformation technique. Seeing Xiuyu's expression, the girl knew that she was being ignored. I'm really not a slut, I really came to say hello to you because of the smell on your body. I smelled a good smell when you just entered the store. That's why I told the store manager to let me welcome to you. Xiuyu originally planned to use Sharingan to control a maid to obtain information about the world, but he got into a chatterbox, so there is no need to open Sharingan now. I haven't used any perfume, your excuse may not be appropriate. Xiuyu shook his head. I'm really not lying, I just think that you have a very good smell, like the special fresh breath of flowers, plants and trees, and the sun. So even if you look mediocre, I will take the initiative to come here. Do not believe that I can prove it. Looking at Xiuyu's expression, Kana knew that the other party did not believe him. How to prove? I can tell you all the routes you just walked in the coffee shop, and I can even tell you exactly where you stayed for a while. Yes, maybe Kana doesn't know it herself, she has a special ability. Specific presences can be vaguely detected. Kana carefully described the exact route that Xiuyu walked after entering the store, and even stopped at a certain coffee table to answer accurately. There was no monitoring in the store, and I had never seen this girl when I came in. It seemed that she really found her based on her taste. Xiuyu felt a thought flash in his mind, but it was not clear enough that I didn't care too much. What school do you go to? The handsome guy is finally not so cold. I am a student of Beigao. How about you, handsome guy? Seeing that Xiuyu finally believed that he was not a slut, Jia and I happily continued to chat with Xiuyu. North High, Kana, this name is a bit familiar. Do you still have Shigao? Yeah, you're not from Shigao, are you? I'm familiar with Shigao too. I haven't seen you before. If you were in Shigao, I would have discovered you by your smell. Kana said carelessly. Is your real name Kana? Yes, what's the matter? Xiuyu is now, % sure which world he has arrived in. There is a special ability to find others with the breath. The name is Kana, and he is studying in Beigao. Isn't this the world of parasitic beasts? Janae, have there been any brutal murder cases recently? Xiuyu asked Ganai seemingly casually. No, what are you thinking? This is Tokyo. Although it cannot be said that there is no danger at all, there are very few criminal cases, let alone brutal murder cases. Kana did not understand what Xiuyu asked. Weird question, that is to say, parasitic beasts have not yet appeared on the earth. It's also good news. I have to find a way to notify my team, so as to avoid being parasitic by parasitic beasts and turning into walking dead. As for Kana, if Xiuyu remembered correctly, she was a daring girl, because she used her special ability to search for Shinichi without authorization, and found a parasitic beast, and then she was attacked and died of excessive blood loss. Although Xiuyu is not a bad person, but for the sake of this silly girl being so enthusiastic about bringing information to him this time, let's remind him. Alright Kana, I've finished my coffee too. Before I leave, I would like to remind you of one thing. Don't go looking for those you think are special just because of your own feelings. Just like me, if you talk to me like this, you're not afraid that I'm not a good person. Remember to pay attention to your own safety. Feelings are sometimes the most unreliable thing. That's all. Goodbye. After speaking, Xiuyu paid the bill directly and planned to leave. As a result, this Kana was not forgiving, and even ran to the store manager to ask for leave, and then followed him. Why are you following me? I'm an adult male, you, a female high school student, are not afraid of my tricks if you run around with me. Xiuyu was angry and funny, and this Kana followed him shamelessly. Don't be so heartless. You see so many roads, it's just a coincidence that we are on the same road. I'm really not following you. Kana said with a smile. And uncle, you smell so good, if you want. After speaking, he straightened his plump chest. It's not impossible. Xiuyu's behavior in the second life was actually molested by this female high school student. It seems to be a bit tougher. He pretended to look around and saw that there was no one around, so he was about to reach out and climb up the mountain. Then I'm welcome. Ah! Kana screamed and covered her chest with her arms. Uncle, why are you like this? Chapter 37 Parasite Spores. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the end, Xiuyu's disguise was still seen through by Kana. Although Kana covered her chest with both hands and made a disgusted expression, she still followed Xiuyu and did not leave. I'm already like this, you still dare to follow me? Are you really not afraid of me? Xiuyu really has nothing to do with this Kana, and he has become an idiot, but he still doesn't want to leave. Uncle, I know you're faking it. You don't even look lewd in your eyes and expressions. Uncle, your acting skills are not good. Ganai commented on Xiuyu's acting skills while observing the surrounding situation. Uncle, what do you mean by bringing me near the hotel? You wouldn't want to treat him. Ganai began to tease Xiuyu again. I'll find a place to rest at night, you should get the hell out and go home, don't follow me anymore. Xiuyu rolled his eyes. No, uncle, it's still early. Xiuyu quickened his pace and ignored Jia and I. Passing by a telephone business hall, I hurried to apply for a phone card, contact members of various squads through the public network. Where are all the team members now? Captain, I'm in the Amazon rainforest. I don't know when I can go out. I'm exploring another world. I explore the tropical rainforest without saying a word. There are so many mosquitoes and bugs, I'm going crazy. Hey, who will come? Help me. Zhang Zhang has already turned into Mrs. Xianglin in the public channel, complaining wildly. I'm the captain, Lei Gang, and I'm in Shibuya, Tokyo. Well, I've been to Shibuya in our own world before, and now it looks quite familiar. Envy, hate, why am I in such a place where birds don't shit? Lei just came to look for me. I'm also in Tokyo, Akihabara in Tokyo. On this road, write down the address and come to me quickly. Alright Captain, I'll be there soon. Envy, hate, you are actually in the same city as the captain. Captain, I'm in Nagasaki. If I rush over to meet you, it will be at least tomorrow. This is Li Yunrui. Captain, I'm here. After some exchanges, only Lei Gang and Li Yunrui could join Xiuyu quickly, others are either too far away or in the desert. The worst thing was that one broke his leg and was lying in Mi Lijian's hospital. There are some things to come, everyone must remember. First of all, I have a preliminary understanding of the background of this world, so I have some suggestions for you, you should remember carefully, and don't ask me why I am like this or that. You just need to remember what I said, it's fine and it's enough to strictly enforce it. Xiuyu decided to give the team a hint. The first is the arrangement of the rest time for the past few days. Let me sleep during the day and get up at night to maintain this rhythm. And prepare a strong rope or a high-strength explosion-proof shield. But I remember that only Lei Gang has a shield. If others, it's okay to get it if you have the ability. There may be attacks by strange creatures at night, so don't take it lightly. Believe me, I have the superpower to predict the future. Xiuyu couldn't explain why he was so familiar with this world and the parasitic beasts he would encounter later, so he could only shirk that he had the ability to foresee the future. Are you kidding me, Captain? Can you still see the future? You can take me as a joke, don't blame me as the captain for not making arrangements for you if you die. Xiuyu said jokingly. Listen to what I said. In the end, don't panic when you are attacked at night. Give priority to protecting your head. As long as your other body parts are not in a fatal position, you should give up. If your limbs are attacked, you can tie them with ropes. As for the specifics, what kind of attack, my prophecy can't be so detailed, so take care of yourself. The above are all my requirements, and it's up to you to implement them. Lei Gang, come here quickly. Xiuyu logged off the public channel after finishing speaking. It didn't take long for Lei Gang to rush over. In the end, he didn't recognize Xiuyu's appearance after using the transformation technique that it was Xiuyu who took the initiative to greet Lei Gang. When Lei Gang saw that there was a female high school student next to Xiuyu, who was still wearing a maid outfit, he was filled with emotion. The captain is really amazing, it's only been a while, and he has picked up a girl in the new world. Although he doesn't like weak girls very much, the skill of the captain is really admirable. Xiuyu knew that there was a big misunderstanding when he saw Lei Gang's expression, but he couldn't tell him that it was all a misunderstanding. Captain, shall we look for a place to rest? What else can I do? Xiuyu now has no psychological burden to instruct Lei Gang, after all, he has grown up. Hey, uncle, why did he call you the captain? He is so big, and he is so afraid of you. You can't be a spy. Spy your head, Ganai, go home. It's getting late. Xiuyu chased people away again. Don't ask me to refuse. I'll go wherever you go. This time Ganai completely entangled Xiuyu. Xiuyu had no choice but to ignore her. With Lei Gang, he quickly found a hotel with a good environment nearby, and checked in directly, and Gonna lived directly in the room next to Xiuyu. Uncle, if you can't sleep at night, you can come and find me. We can have a chat. Do you feel how much people care about you? And uncle, don't look at me with such an open appearance. In fact, I am still pure now, so don't think that I am a vixen. Lei Gang next to him was extremely envious when he heard the words of this girl named Kanai. Where can I find a girl who is so flirtatious and pure? As for what kind of purity this purity is talking about, I understand everything. Even if Lei Gang doesn't plan to fall in love for the time being, he is really envious. Xiuyu shut the door of his room with a snap. Lei Gang also returned to his room. Humph, stingy uncle. Kana pouted and returned to her room. The night is getting darker, except for those people who live at night. The rest of the city has fallen asleep. Suddenly, a large number of spores appeared in the night sky. These spores seemed to appear out of thin air, and scattered and fell to various places. As soon as the spores landed on the ground, they drilled into the room through the cracks in the door and the window sill. Most people in their sleep are unaware of this. A spore directly penetrated into a person's head, and the painful and ferocious expression of the sleeping man only lasted for a moment and then gradually subsided. Scenes like this are happening all over the world. Damn it, what the hell is this? Is this the spore attack that the captain told us to be careful of? It really looks disgusting. Xiuyu's team did not suffer any disaster due to his advance warning. The hapless charter in the Amazon rainforest didn't even run into spores at all. Lei Gang had already knocked on Xiuyu's door at this time. Xiuyu inside opened the door and let Lei Gang in. Lei Gang saw that there was another Xiuyu lying on the bed. That he looked at Xiuyu curiously. Don't look at it, I'm a clone, I'll wake him up. That's right, it was Xiuyu's shadow clone. This is what I stole from Token when I competed with Token last time. After all, there is a shadow clone to help, so why worry about it yourself? Xiuyu got up and picked up two spore parasites that were constantly struggling in his hands. The parasite screamed, but no matter how much it struggled, it didn't pose any threat to Xiuyu. Lei Gang, and Ganai who is sneaking at the door, come in. This is a parasitic spore that will parasitize the host's brain and occupy the host's body. Lei Gang, this is what I told you to be careful. You should feel the commotion outside. Chapter 38 Captain, I am no longer a human being. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lei Gang, do you want to try? After speaking, Xiuyu approached Lei Gang with a sporophyte without waiting for Lei Gang's answer, but as soon as he approached, Lei Gang's arm was cut with a long cut. The blood flowed out quickly, arousing the viciousness of the sporophyte even more. Lei Gang did not expect that the spore body, which looked so weak in Xiuyu's hands, would have such terrifying fighting power. That I took a chair from the hotel and approached it for an experiment, but it was immediately cut into two halves. Fortunately, the captain reminded him early, otherwise he would have died miserably in his sleep if he encountered a sporozoite. Kana watched with relish from the side. Among the girls, Kana is really talented and bold. Then Captain, are you planning to keep these two parasites for stewing? Lei Gang couldn't help but joked about Xiuyu. It's not for you. Didn't you always want to become stronger? Now is the best opportunity. Xiuyu had already thought about using parasites to strengthen Lei Gang. It's hard to get away from the extraordinary floor. Captain, are you kidding? Didn't you say that this thing will invade the brain? What's the point of becoming stronger when my brain is invaded? I'm not myself anymore. Lei Gang shook his head. That I am willing to give everything to become stronger, but my brain is gone. What is the point of becoming stronger? Since I said it was prepared for you, there is a perfect plan, don't worry. Xiuyu patted Lei Gang on the shoulder. I told you just now, accept my conditions, or die. How are you thinking? Xiuyu said to one of the parasites. That it can be seen that the parasite is already quite weak, looking like it is dying. immediately, the parasite spore seemed to have figured it out, and its tentacles swung up and down. The captain can understand me. Lei Gang was really shocked now that I didn't expect such a small parasite spore to have wisdom. Yes, it is intelligent. Although it is only a very rudimentary intelligence. Stretch out your right hand, of course your left hand is fine too, it's up to you to choose what you want. And then. Xiuyu stuffed the parasite into Lei Gang's palm maliciously. As soon as he finished speaking, the parasite immediately penetrated into Lei Gang's flesh and blood from the palm of his hand. Ah, Captain, am I incapable of being a human? Lei Gang yelled in fright. Kana watched the whole process without saying a word. Seal. Xiuyu immediately performed a very basic sealing technique, sealing the parasitic spores on Lei Gang's arm. This is Xiuyu's second insurance, and this is the truly foolproof guarantee. Lei Gang's parasitic arm kept changing ferociously. It subsides over time. Lei Gang was already sweating profusely from nervousness. The fusion is complete. Lei just went to take a shower and go back to sleep. Wake up tomorrow and come find me. Okay. Lei Gang lay on the ground panting heavily. What are you looking at, Ganai? Go back to your room. Seeing that Ganai still refused to go back, Xiuyu had to urge him again. Uncle, can I also use this parasitic spore? Kana asked cautiously. Kana, who had been watching from the sidelines, felt that she had stumbled upon a truly extraordinary world, although this extraordinary world is terrifying and frightening, and the parasite is ugly. Since Lei Gang is willing to believe that the uncle chooses to parasitize this kind of spore, it is definitely beneficial. Kana didn't want to miss this opportunity. Kana knew very well that if she continued to stalk him, she would not be able to follow the uncle for much longer. As long as I also walk into the uncle's field, will the distance with the uncle become closer? Uncle is so mysterious. What is the seal that uncle said just now? Kana has too many things in her heart that she wants to tell the uncle, but Kana doesn't want to be rejected by the uncle. Would it be possible to help the uncle if he became a person like Lei Gang? Uncle, I know that my request is rude, but can you let me try it? Xiuyu looked at this persistent girl and sighed. The parasitic spores had no meaning to themselves, and the parasites could only be useless burdens for the immortal body and Tongmu's bloodline. Think clearly. There is no regret medicine in this world. I've thought it through. Xiuyu did the same, and also parasitized a parasitic spore on Kana's arm. Probably because of the lessons learned from the previous companions, this spore cooperated quite well and successfully fused with Kana. Looking at Jia Nai and Lei Gang, Xiuyu directly created a shadow clone, let the shadow clone take them away, and threw them back to their respective rooms. On the second day, when the sun rose to 3 poles, there was a scream in Kana's room. Lei Gang didn't scream, and hurried to Xiuyu's room, and then Kana wrapped his hands in a towel and followed. Both showed off their mutated arms, especially with eyeballs and mouths. It really scared the two of them. Team. Captain, can I still be considered a human being? As a result, before Xiuyu could reply, Lei Gang's right hand answered by himself. Forget it, you are just a hand fused by me, most of you are still human. The right hand replied. Oh. Oh shit, how can you still talk by yourself? Lei Gang was shocked. Didn't you praise me for my wisdom last night? The right hand even made a contemptuous expression. Lei Gang was dumbfounded. On the other hand, Kana's hand, although his eyes were wide open, was neither noisy nor noisy, quietly observing the surroundings, especially observing Xiuyu involuntarily. Lei Gang, what you need now is to accept your right hand well. He has his own personality and wisdom. You need to get along well with him. He can even read books, surf the internet, and study. Of course, he still has a strong fighting power. The same is true for you, Kana. I can see that your parasite has a stable temperament, and you are very suitable to get along together. In terms of combat ability, in fact, they can be transformed into all kinds of sharp weapons, fast, hard as iron, and not small in destructive power. So starting today, Lei Gang, you have really begun to touch the threshold of the extraordinary realm. Hurry up and train, treat them kindly. Xiuyu didn't guide more. After all they mainly rely on their own exploration. Lei just returned to his room and began to explore the characteristics of the parasite. The biggest advantage of having a mouth is that it is very convenient to communicate. Sure enough, after some experimentation, Lei Gang discovered that the parasite's fighting power is extremely strong. Of course, there was a heavy price to pay. I lost a lot of money because I damaged a lot of hotel furniture, but when I think of stepping into the threshold of extraordinary, I am very excited. Lei Gang wanted to follow in Xiuyu's footsteps. Well, what should I call you? My comrade in arms. Call you a parasite? It doesn't matter, the name is not important to me. The parasite was very indifferent. Okay, so I want to know what you're interested in. Well, knowledge, all kinds of knowledge. And the one who is most interested is your captain Xiuyu. Why? Do you like fighting and want to compete with Xiuyu? Lei Gang asked curiously. Please don't take me if you want to die. If it wasn't for your captain, do you think I would obediently parasitize your arm? If it wasn't for him, I would have eaten your brain long ago. In addition, your captain doesn't look like a human at all. I observed the nearby humans and checked the humans on the internet, excluding myths and legends and false information fabricated by rumors. From the definition of human beings, your captain is not at all humans. The parasite seemed to be talking to itself. Speak simply, parasite. Let's be simple. To put it simply, your captain is like a nascent god. Although he hasn't reached the point of omnipotence, he has infinite possibilities. His bloodline is faintly suppressed, but I can feel it. Your captain is terrifyingly strong. I know the captain is strong, but there should be a limit. Chapter 39 Chaos, Blood and Killing. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although I know that the captain is terrifyingly strong, it would be an exaggeration to say that he is a god. Lei Gang doubted. Humph, superficial. I guess your captain just doesn't want to irritate you. After all, you are just a weak chicken. It is not an exaggeration to say that he is a god. Of course, I can feel that he is still in a vigorous growth stage. He is far from growing up. The peak is still far away. You are so lucky. In the words of you humans, all you need to do is hold your thighs tightly and wait for prosperity. The parasite doesn't care about Lei Gang's suspicion. After all, after a long time, sooner or later, he will understand his painstaking efforts. After all, he also wanted to rub Xiuyu's thigh through Lei Gang. Did something happen to the mess outside? Be careful, Lei Gang, I don't want you to die not long after the parasite. I smell blood. Lei Gang knocked on Xiuyu's door. Captain, something might have happened outside, should we go and have a look? Xiuyu opened the door, and saw Lei Gang and his arm that had returned to normal shape. It seemed that he could control it. Since you can basically control the parasite, bring Kana with you, let's go outside and have a look. A group of people soon came to a market near the hotel where small vendors concentrated their stalls. By this time, the crowd had almost dispersed. Some well-meaning people reminded them to run too. What happened up front? Hurry up, you guys, it seems that the fish stall in front, the female boss is chopping up his husband, bleeding all over the ground. Run quickly, I heard that the madwoman chased after her and chopped it up when she saw anyone. The kind-hearted man finished. Also hurried away. The three continued to go deeper, and it didn't take long to see blood stains on the ground, which hadn't dried up yet. Suddenly a mutated monster rushed out, wearing a fish-killing waterproof suit. Its head was split like a chrysanthemum, and it was covered with sharp teeth. The ground is full of broken limbs. Seeing that Kana almost didn't spit it out, Kana's mutants and Lei Gang's mutants transformed into sharp knives at the same time, and took precautions. She's coming. Be careful. What the hell is that? She is our kind, the same kind whose head has been parasitized. At the beginning, she only had a crazy desire to eat. Pay attention, she is about to rush over. Both Lei Gang and Ganai were thankful that they didn't turn into such a thing. It was really disgusting, and it has obviously lost the consciousness of being a human being. You two practice your hands, I won't interfere. Xiuyu was not interested in such an opponent, and stood on top of a tall sculpture. Come here. In a blink of an eye, the mutant turned into a sharp knife and slashed towards him, and was blocked by the arms of Lei Gang and Kana. The parasites of the two were also quite strong, and they began to fight against the ugly parasites on the opposite side. All of a sudden, the flashes of swords dazzled the eyes for a while. Because the parasites fought so fast, it was difficult for Lei Gang and Kana to intervene. They could only watch their hands fight the parasites in full swing. It didn't take long before the parasite on the opposite side finally felt a little unable to support it. Although he was completely parasitic, the opposite side was two opponents after all, and he couldn't fight a protracted battle. In a moment of negligence, Lei Gang's tentacles pierced the heart. Lei Gang happily turned around and was about to show off his achievements to Xiuyu, when he heard a burst of sound coming through the air. Be careful. This was Ganai's shout. Turning around again, a tentacle turned into a sharp knife and stabbed straight at the center of his eyebrows. Wind escape, the art of wind cutting. Xiuyu had long since discovered that the parasite on the opposite side was not completely dead, so he casually performed the art of wind cutting. A light blue wind blade was as fast as thunder, split the mutated parasite into two halves, and then sank into the concrete deeply. The tentacle that turned into a sharp knife stagnated and withered between Lei Gang's eyebrows, falling to the ground like an old tree vine. Next time, make sure the enemy is dead and clean. I'm not here, so you just wait for your right hand to collect your body. Xiuyu said it not at all politely. Such low-level mistakes should not happen. Lei Gang lowered his head in shame. I'm sorry, Captain, I was careless. I will never do it again in the future. Xiao Lei just doesn't have a future. Kana hurriedly made a cute show to adjust the atmosphere. Let's go to Shigao next stop. Xiuyu said concisely. According to the memories of Xiuyu's previous life, Shigao will become a small center of the war of parasitic beasts. Uncle, isn't it Beigao? I'm from Beigao. Kana began to act cute again. It's Shigao, Kana, go home by yourself. Don't keep following us, it's very dangerous. Xiuyu despised Kana for being weak. Lei Gang couldn't help it. After all, he was a member of his own team, so he could still be his babysitter occasionally. There is no need for Kana. Now that he has a parasite in his arm, he probably didn't take the initiative to seek death. It shouldn't be a big problem, seeing that Xiuyu still dislikes him so much. Jia and I turned around and left angrily. Oh, Uncle Smelly, I've been posting so badly that you still despise me. I'm leaving. Xiuyu shook his head helplessly. Lei Gang, let's hurry. Finally came to Shigao after tossing and turning. The two slipped into the campus and wandered around. Strictly speaking, Xiuyu and Lei Gang are not very old, they just graduated from high school. Looking at the high school in another world is actually quite interesting. After all, the customs are different from Daqin. The get-out-of-class bell rang. The students left school one after another. Cindy, wait for me. Wait for me. A good-looking girl called a boy named Shinichi from behind. Is there something wrong with Satomi? Shinichi asked back. Don't we have a part of the way home that goes along the way? Let's go together. Murano Satomi said shyly. Shinichi squeezed his own right hand with his left hand, as if he was worried about his right hand rioting, afraid of what would happen. His right hand suddenly reached out to Satomi's chest involuntarily. With a sound of pa, Satomi panicked and slapped Shinichi. Ziniki, what are you doing? Seeing that the people around had started to watch, Satomi quickly ran away with his head down. Xiuyu, Cindy's parasite's name is Xiuyu, what are you doing? Cindy said, grabbing his right hand. The right hand vaguely opened an eye. It really was a parasitic beast. I feel your heart beating faster, your blood flowing faster. Your dopamine starts to secrete. There are signs that you want to have sex with that girl. So I give you a hand. What's the problem? What is the problem? It's a big problem, okay? Maybe starting today, Satomi will never talk to me again. Xiuyu, can you stop making your own decisions? It's all right now. She won't pay attention to me anymore. Cindy was mad at Xiuyu. Then why don't you just change to a different mating partner? Xiuyu said plausibly. It's not about mating, it's about. Shut up, Shinichi, be on guard. I feel the same kind of breath, and a very, very scary smell. We may be finished. Shinichi has never seen Xiuyu so depressed. Where is it? Turn around, it's right behind you. Turning around, it was Su Xiuyu and Lei Gang. Lei Gang thought he was putting on a kind smile, but it was a pity that with his tall body, there was no intimacy, and the smiling Su Xiuyu exuded a terrifying aura all over his body. Shinichi felt his right hand trembling. Chapter 40 Hunting and Anti-Hunting of Parasitic Beasts. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiuyu, do we still have a chance to run? Cindy was a little desperate and didn't dare to turn around, because Xiuyu was already so strong, but he was still trembling with fear. There is no chance. This breath is not of the same kind. Xiuyu gave up resistance. Hi, is it convenient for Fong to come over there for a chat? Lei Gang patted Cindy on the shoulder, and pointed to the small alley opposite. There were few people going there, and it was almost turned into a garbage dump. Shinichi didn't dare to refuse, and he was even more afraid that these two people would attack him in public at school, and it would bring disaster to his classmates at that time. That it's better to go with them, kill or cut, and listen to them. Okay, look at your nervous look. We are not here to trouble you, but we just feel that you are also partially parasitized, so we asked you to come over to understand the situation. Lei Gang's words made Cindy feel a little relieved. It doesn't look like they're looking for trouble. Excuse me, what are you looking for? Cindy wanted to pretend that he didn't hear the local parasites, but it was a pity that Lei Gang immediately showed him his parasites. Hello, you don't need to pretend anymore, we are the same kind. Lei Gang's parasite turned into eyes and mouth and said to Cindy. Shinichi's right hand immediately transformed into eyes and mouths and began to communicate. Are you also similar parasites? Finally, I met a more rational human being, and I can communicate normally. The one next to you is. Cindy couldn't help asking when he saw that Su Xiuyu didn't speak. I am Lei Gang's captain, Su Xiuyu. We are searching for mutated parasites. Local parasites like you and Lei Gang can easily attract real parasites and be attacked. We happened to meet you when we came to Shigao, that is, by the way, remind you. There are many parasites around you in Sakura country that have eaten their brains. Protect yourself and your family. What Su Xiuyu said was concise and clear. That I and the memory of Su Xiuyu's previous life, Cindy would be hunted down by various parasites soon after, and even his mother was easily killed by an accidental parasite. After speaking, Su Xiuyu took Lei Gang and left. That as soon as the two left, Shinichi's right hand hung down. Hey, what's wrong, Xiuyu? Too tired, I was too scared to move by that Su Xiuyu. Then what do we do next? Cindy and Xiuyu had just merged for less than 2 days, and he still had no idea of his own. Cindy, you have to strengthen yourself quickly. I will practice hard while you are sleeping in the past few days. It is safest to go with these two people when the situation permits. Don't think too much, the most important thing is to strengthen yourself now. As for the later situation, it is out of our control for the time being. Xiuyu and Cindy are now in a relationship where both prosperity and mutual prosperity, and the loss of both. Shinichi also knows that this is the best partner. The next day, Cindy was blocked by the police on his way to school, had to detour to go to school. Cindy, it must have been done by other parasitic beasts. The smell of blood at the scene is very strong. Be careful on defense. You don't have much combat experience now, so you can only be more careful. Xiuyu reminded. Well, I see. Xian nodded. On the other side, Su Xiuyu and Lei Gang searched for parasites everywhere, and killed 6 parasites last night, and the nearby parasites should be almost cleaned up. In order to solve the problem of the parasitic beast world as soon as possible, Su Xiuyu directly asked Lei Gang to take a lot of photos and videos and spread them on the internet, and even directly threw the remnant corpse of the parasitic beast at the gate of the police station without anyone noticing. Soon this strange parasitic life was exposed, and the massacre case that had been covered up before surfaced again. the people were very panicked. Kana looked at the news in the news report and wondered if the uncle did it. Such a clean and clear campaign cannot be done by the Metropolitan Police Department where Sakura lives. The answer is ready to come. Hideo Shimada, Ryoko Tamiya, and everyone, you should have discovered that someone is hunting us down. There are dozens of parasitic beasts sitting in a conference hall. What is frightening is that after occupying the human body, the parasitic beasts quickly learned the social division of labor of human beings, and even began to erode human government organizations in an organized and premeditated manner. Inferior creatures like human beings, there is no need to worry at all. Everyone sends out a few together to deal with the culprit quietly. The rest continue to infiltrate human organizations. We need time to grow and dominate this planet. Don't underestimate human beings. Even 3 of the parasites that were hunted were hugged together to keep warm, but they were killed instantly on the spot. If you are not careful, you will be next, Hideo. Ryoko Tamiya touched herself stomach, said slowly. Damn it. Tamiya, are you scared? Or is it that the human child in your stomach has confused you so much that you can't tell your position? Do you need me to help you? Shimada Hideo was a thorough. The martial arts faction doesn't have any interest in understanding human beings at all, they only know about killing and killing. Shut up, Hideo. The human in Ryoko Tamiya's stomach is an important experimental subject in our plan, and it's not something you can act rashly now. Now you go to deal with those 2 humans who like to kill our fellow humans. Put aside the matter at hand for now. An old man like Parasite explained for Ryoko Tamiya. Ha! Stupid plan. We occupy human bodies and feed on humans, how can we live in peace? We are wolves. They are lambs to be slaughtered, you old guys will regret it. Shimada Hideo also said, simply venting his anger, leave those 2 people to me. It will be over tomorrow. After speaking, Hideo Shimada left the venue. Tamiya Ryoko, don't take what Shushiyong said to heart. The experiment on you is very important. We want to know whether the parasites are born as parasites or humans. You have to take care of yourself at ease. The old man comforted. I know, I won't take Shimada's words to heart. On the other end, Shimada Hideo drove the car with this body's predecessor, racing crazily on the road. Lei gang, pay attention to dodging. There is a parasite in the car in front. To be precise, there are 4 parasites parasitic in one person. Xiuyu reminded Lei gang that he would avoid being hit by a car and seriously injured. The car rushed straight towards the 2 without stopping. Xiuyu made a gesture, and a thick rock pillar directly strung the car up, hanging high, like mutton skewers. Simple and simple. Hideo Shimada was lucky not to hit the stone pillar, and he didn't care when he saw this supernatural scene. Although the intelligence of parasitic beasts is getting closer and closer to that of humans, they still haven't easily understood what this special ability represents. A jump down. Is it you 2 who are hunting my fellow clan? Shimada Hideo showed a disgusting parasitic look under his twisted and ferocious face. Go to hell.